Davis Riley's with us now at the 107th PGA Championship. We got time for a few questions. We'll jump right in, starting at number 13.
Davis, just wondering, earlier this season, right, the first couple weeks were a particular struggle. I think I talked to you at Amex. You felt like you were battling the swing. What has changed since then to kind of go on this run?
Yeah, like you said, it was a pretty big struggle to start the year, and there's a couple of tweaks I made in my swing and trying to get back to some of my old DNA and seeing draws really. So I'm starting to get more and more comfortable as the year has gone on, starting to see the ball right and turn left. I feel like I play my best golf, especially with my irons, if I'm hitting a little draw and just a small cut off the tee. So I'm starting to really see those shot shapes and trust it a lot more on the course. And that's kind of, at the beginning of the year, I was able to do it at home, but I was just never really got comfortable out on the course because I was trying to soften the draw a little bit and I was trying to tighten some start lines. But I've kind of figured out I've just played my best golf when I embrace a little bit of the draw. And, I'm just honestly just more and more comfortable on the golf course and trusting those shot shapes.
On a day like today with it so bunched, just kind of what was the mentality and just overall your thoughts on how you played?
Yeah, I mean, it was really gusty winds today, so I felt like you had to get really creative. You know, you had to hold a lot of the winds, hit some cut shots, hit some draw shots up against the winds. And, you had to have really good control of your golf ball because the greens are starting to get pretty crusty and a lot of bounce to them, so you had to be really precise into the greens. I was pleased with the day. I drove it pretty well and had pretty good control with my irons. And, when the winds are this gusty, you're going to hit some good shots and you're going to miss some greens. So you kind of have to make a couple, there's going to be a couple times in the round where you're going to have to just grind out some up and ins and know that you might not get the best break or the best gust, into the green sometimes.
Juan?
Can you talk about that stretch 8, 9, 10, those 3 birdies in a row? I mean, what was happening there? What worked for you?
Like you said, that was kind of what kick-started the round for me. On 2, I made a bogey. I hit a perfect drive. It just caught the tree and was left in a pretty awkward spot, made bogey there. And then I missed out on a really good birdie opportunity on 7, being right in front of the green. I kind of misjudged the chip. To snag one on 8 with it being drivable was huge. And then to make a birdie on 9 was awesome. That's just such a difficult hole, but I hit a really good drive and a really good iron shot and holed about a 15-footer. Those 3 birdies in a row kick-started the round for me.
Go up top to Luke.
Hey, Davis. You mentioned you embracing a draw was a big part of this. I guess, why are pros sometimes so hesitant to do that, and why do they tend towards, fades as a result?
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of one of those things it's easy us golfers to get obsessive about neutral. So I spent a lot of the offseason trying to really straighten out my ball flight and almost even see a little bit of cut with my irons. And it was just tough because I came out early in the year and I was aiming really tight to these flags, or even back left flags where I feel like I'm aiming at it or just right. And then I would kind of make a swing where I bail out. And I don't know, it was just a really awkward spot for me. And so I feel like when I'm playing my best golf, I'm seeing about a 5 or 10 yard draw with my irons and seeing that path around 1.5 to 2.5. And I spent a lot of the offseason, I feel like, trying to neutral it out, because with the longer stuff, I can I would say 7 to 4 iron, I can start seeing a curve too much. So I was just like, man, I need to zero this out, especially in right to left winds. I kind of struggle, and I felt like, I don't know, I got obsessive with being zeroed out, and it didn't really work out for me. But me and my coach, Jeff Smith, spent a lot of time, at the beginning of the year, kind of reevaluating things, because it's so easy to get caught up in the offseason saying, I got to be perfect. And when the year starts, I need to be perfect, instead of kind of, doing the same things and being, enjoying the mundane of things and just getting back to that DNA. So, I'm starting to see a lot of that proper curvature, and I think having control with my irons and the driver has been a big reason why I've been playing better.
Mike 6.
Davis, to be in contention for a major on the final day, how do you go about preparing for that, and so you don't get in your own head, and you don't get too nervous and all that? What is your plans tonight and going into tomorrow?
Yeah, get some rest. First and foremost, I might go after when I get done here, go hit a couple balls and just kind of recalibrate, because we played in so much wind. It's easy for ball position to get back, or little things like that. So just try to get on the range and check a couple boxes and make sure I'm back where I kind of want to be. So when I come out in the morning, I feel like I'm kind of right where I want to be. So yeah, go hit a couple balls, get off my feet and rest. I mean, when the wind's blowing like this, you're crunching so many numbers, so many lines, and things like that. So it's definitely a mental toll on yourself on a day like today. So yeah, hit a couple balls and get some rest and some good food.
What is it like being in the situation, though?
Yeah, I mean, coming down the stretch and, on a Saturday, and that's what we work for. We want a chance to win these major championships, and that's what I kept telling myself today. This is what you work for, and embrace it and have fun with it. So I just tried to go out there and compete and be really disciplined and, and really just hit shots that I know are proper shots and not try to be safe or anything coming in, because it's easy to say, oh, it's playing hard. I just want to make pars coming in. And which pars are really good on this finishing stretch, but still, I feel like that can kind of change your lines. And next thing you know, I just should have been 15 feet further left, and then I'm short-sided barely in a bunker when I didn't hit that bad of a shot. So more of just being really disciplined and just treating it as if, this is Thursday. What would I do if I were starting the round and I want to give myself a good look at birdies? So I just really tried to do that coming in. And the gusty winds were tough, and I made 2 nice up and ins on 17 and 18 to kind of salvage the day, and I feel like keep me in a really good spot going into tomorrow. So just continue to build on that tomorrow.
We'll wrap it up with Garrett on the Zoom. Go ahead, Garrett.
Hey, Davis, I just wanted to say, when we spoke on Sunday of Southern Hills, remember 2022, that was your best finish in a major, that T13. I'm curious, what kinds of things will you draw on tomorrow just to, have the task that we've got going on here?
Yeah, like you said, I had a good run in 22 at Southern Hills. I had 2 doubles on the back nine. I ended up finishing, I think, T12 or something like that. So I definitely had juices flowing there. And, I feel like really there and maybe the Masters this year were the only really times I've been in contention in some of these majors. But it's a spot I'm comfortable in, and also like being able to draw from experiences from my win last year at the Charles Schwab and things like that are going to be huge. But yeah, really just trying to get into the process of the day and, have good discipline with me and my caddy and just enjoy and have fun with it tomorrow.
How much do you want it?
Really bad. I would love to be standing on 18 green holding that trophy, but there's a lot of golf left, and I'm just looking forward to the challenge. Regardless of what happens, I'm going to try my best and try to put up a good fight, and if I can do that and stay within myself, I'll be really happy.
Thanks for your time, Davis. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.